Welcome to my New York City apartment tour. Come on in. Don't forget to take your shoes off first. This is a no-shoe apartment. Perfect, you're already there. So for those who don't know me, my name's Erika. I am a content creator living here in New York City, and this apartment is in the West Village. I love this area, and that is a large reason why we settled on this apartment, was because we were just so happy with where it was. And while it is small, it is very, I would say, practical. The way we've set it up, I think, makes a world of difference, and we pay $3,100 a month, and there was a broker's fee when we moved in. So while that is a lot of money, I kind of wanted to show you what you get with that. I will also say that this apartment is rent stabilized, and if you live in New York, you will know that that kind of is a really hard thing to find. We've lived here now for 2 years, and when we got our rent renewal, they didn't even raise our rent then. So I feel like that is a fairly good deal, especially for the area. I'm pretty happy with it, but I know there will be some people who don't agree with me. Also, if you are a fan of New York City and fashion content, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment on this video because it means the world to me. Let's get into it. So starting in the kitchen, this is quite literally the only drawer, and we've put all of our cutlery and stuff in here. Then underneath we have some like cutting boards and some cooking stuff, and then we have like the trash bin, and underneath the sink, our little sink here, it is a sink, nothing too exciting. We have put a filter on it just because the building's old, the pipes can sometimes be, you know, we just wanted a filter on the tap. Up here we have our pantry, so we keep all of our snacks and stuff in here. We do usually like a weekly grocery shop, so we go through this pretty quickly. And then over here I have all of like my plates and serving ware. We're not entertaining that much, so we don't need too much. I was adamant on getting this pan when we first moved in because I just wanted like that little pop of color. And to our absolute surprise, when we first moved in, they replaced both the fridge and the full oven setup, which was such a blessing because the one that was in here was very old, very dented, kind of rusty. So when we walked in and there were brand new appliances, we were so happy. The fridge actually still does have the plastic wrap on it. We just never took it off, so it's still in perfect condition. I don't know how clean it is right now, so I don't know if I want to do a full fridge reveal, but here is the fridge. Nothing too thrilling, but one thing that we knew that we needed when we first looked at this kitchen was more counter space. So we put it in, and this is a setup that we got from Wayfair. This has been a total game changer for this kitchen, and honestly, I feel like the people who rented us this apartment should just ask us to leave this here because it matches the colors of the cabinets, and it just makes the kitchen bigger. Like, I wouldn't necessarily put like a bigger table here. We have our microwave, of course, and then underneath we have a toaster, a blender, and then some extra bowls, some like extra things that like were too tall to fit in the cabinets we've put down here. I painted this. And then up here I actually have 2 art pieces that I made. So I love to collect matchbooks in New York City, and if you come here, I recommend doing the same. The only thing I will say is when you are collecting matchbooks, make sure you're actually dining at the place or going to the place. Support the business, get it as a little token of your visit. And I put them in these frames that I thrifted. They're a plastic, so they kind of bend out, but I was able to fit the matchbooks in there, and I've just like attached them with some tape on the back of them, plain cardstock, and I think that they look really cute. And of course we have some flowers and a very nicely decorated fruit bowl that we may or may not have put together for the purpose of this video. Then the dining table. It's very little, but it's usually only 2 of us eating in here. We have these chairs, which I will be honest, I searched way too long, high and low, for these chairs. I feel like they add a touch of thought to the space. Time to move to the next room though, and we are going to move straight into the bedroom, which is just behind us here. And this is the bedroom. say that the bedroom is my favorite room in this apartment because I feel like we've really made it us, and I feel very at peace in this room. I feel like it's so important to have a little slice of peace, especially in a city like New York, as you can probably hear on my mic. This street usually is very quiet, so that actually is kind of unusual for us. And as you can see, there is a lot of great natural light as it is south facing, and that's so important to me with what I do and content creation. This is the room that I film almost all of my videos in. I'll walk you through some of our decor details. This is my boyfriend's end table. I feel like he's decorated it with his things pretty well. We have some records next to it, and then this beautiful little pop of blue with the blanket. One of my favorite things about this room as well is because it does get natural light, we've put some of our plants in here. We love to have plants in apartments. They just give that very like calm vibe, I guess. We've tried to keep it simple. We've tried to keep it minimal and clean. And I'll bring you over to my side. Here we have my end table, which I think is very cute. And I have my perfume sitting out, some moisturizer, my clip, and then just some jewelry that I always reach for every day, my book collection, and then my jewelry. And now that I'm in this corner, I do have my closet behind me. One of the biggest questions I get asked about my space is, where do you store all of your clothes? And I am with all of my clothes right now. So I have a lot of them in this closet. Everything is kind of pushed in here. I will say I think I have outgrown some of the storage space in this apartment. I've tried to sort everything by length because I have the shelving units in here as well, and this has become very cluttered and very full right now because I'm about to move, but everything has been able to fit in here pretty well. But this is not the only storage that I have for the closet. I actually have storage in the bed. If you live in a small space, finding a bed frame that has storage, whether it's just lifted and you can slide some things underneath it, or if it's a gas lift storage bed, I've had one of those too. This one has drawers, and it has been the only way that I've been able to store as many clothes in this apartment as I have. All of my t-shirts are in here, and then I have like my jeans and skirts and stuff in here as well. It is starting to overflow because I do kind of have to kick it back into place. It's worked for us, but it is tight, especially being someone that works with clothes. That is one downside of apartments like this, but I'm not storing my shoes in the oven yet, so it's still working out pretty well right now. Another storage thing that we love about this apartment is we have these closets up the top here. That's where we keep our suitcases. It's where we keep very big items that we don't use that often. We'll vacuum seal our winter stuff in the summer and put it up there as well. One last thing about the bedroom is, even though it is small, we've managed to fit this massive mirror in here, which is one of my other favorite things about this room. This mirror helps the space feel a lot bigger, but then also it helps kind of brighten it up because it bounces the light. Then I have another plant here, this little skate deck that I have above the mirror. I actually custom designed this as a gift for my boyfriend. I think it was for Christmas. A quote from one of his favorite artists, Frank Ocean. I also have my ring light here. This is usually where it sits, and then I'm usually filming here. So if you are here, this is where I'm filming. This is a different POV of it. Ever seen one of my TikToks? This is the set. This is where I film all of my outfit videos, is this pathway here. Things are about to get smaller because we're about to move into our living room. This is a railroad apartment, which is a very traditional layout for New York City apartments. I do believe this is extremely common in pre-war buildings. I pretty much just like one stretch of rooms, and we're gonna just walk through the rooms to get to the next one, is kind of how this layout works. So we're now moving in to the living room, which is the smallest room in this apartment, I think. It is probably the most crammed that the apartment feels. For reference, the carpet below me is quite literally a runner. This is not a real full-size area rug. This is a runner that someone would typically have like in their entryway or in their kitchen. Just to paint a picture of how narrow this room is, I can touch both walls if I just do this. It is a small room, but we've made it work, and I think we've added some character to it as well. We have this gallery wall that we've put together over time. One little recommendation I have with gallery walls is put them together over time. Don't do it all at once. I feel like this kind of tells a bit of a story, which I really love. I painted both of these, and then this is a Fiorucci poster, and then we also have two New Yorker magazine covers. This one is my boyfriend and I's anniversary date, and then that one is my birthday, not the year, but like the day. And then this one I got when I was with some very close friends in New England, and then this little photo booth strip of my boyfriend and I feel like each thing kind of has a story. Some of them are just mostly for aesthetics, but I like that some of it has a story. Down here we have a few things. We have some games, we have a poker set, and then Scrabble. And then under here is in fact my matchbook collection. I love doing this, clearly, and each has a memory, which I really love. This, I honestly kind of call these like adult Happy Meal toys. Like you get it with your meal and it's like a souvenir, which I love. Made this as well. This is an incense holder shark. I don't know, I was feeling creative. We have our coasters, and then over here is the TV and TV unit. And while this is a very small room, I feel like this is a healthy distance to be from the TV. I feel like this is not too close. I've never felt like I'm like too close to the TV. This couch is super comfortable. It's a feather couch, which I did not know when I ordered it, but it turned out to be a feather couch. It's very comfortable, and also it is long enough to lay down on. So whenever I've had guests here, we just take these off, put them on the ground, and it's like pretty much as wide as a twin bed, which I feel like is pretty good, and everyone who's ever stayed on it has said it's extremely comfortable. So it has been a winner of a couch for me and for the guests who have stayed on it. Before we move to the last room of the apartment, this room also does have some storage. We use underneath the couch for some storage. We have some boxes that slide in and out from under there, and then behind us we have some more closets as well. We mostly use this for my boyfriend's clothes, and then also some shoes down the bottom, which have kind of piled up. And then once again, we have that high up storage, which we, you know, absolutely love, and the step ladder that we have to get into said above storage. Now sometimes these doors can be a little bit problematic because they well and truly have had the landlord special of layers and layers and layers of paint slapped over them, so they don't really roll smoothly. I'm hoping it does not fall off, because sometimes, there we go. It's closed. We're moving to the last room, which is the bathroom. I wish that they used some of the space that they put in the bathroom in the living room, because the bathroom for this apartment is actually quite big. So we're gonna move into there. This is the bathroom. It is very bright and white in here. I feel like this bathroom is a big bathroom. This is the biggest bathroom that I've ever had in an apartment. I really do not know why they put all of the space in here, but they did. We actually do have a bath and a shower, which I feel like is kind of surprising for an apartment, but also not that surprising for a New York City apartment, especially one that is the age of this one, which I think is 110 years old. Sink setup, and then behind here we have some storage of toiletries and things. And this lighting, honestly, even though it's very bright and harsh, I feel like it's actually amazing to do my makeup in, so I've been happy about that and happy that the lighting's not too dull in here. Favorites hung up, my little Way hair mask and Living Proof, my favorite hair products ever, and then Salt and Stone body wash, which smells amazing. And I love to put some eucalyptus up on the shower. I feel like it just gives you that fresh spa feeling. Over here I have some more storage of some of my everyday uses, more Living Proof, and then this nice candle. I love this Boy Smells candle, and I think it got discontinued, but I love how like the wax and stuff was black. It smells so fresh and clean, but not like a bathroom smell, you know what I mean? This is all of my makeup. I have some hair products, skincare, these two little hay crates, which I was like so set on buying. When we first moved into this apartment, I was like, I really need hay crates. And this is our laundry. As you will have also noticed, we have not seen a washing machine or a dryer, and that's because we do not have one in the apartment. Laundromat, I think, is around a mile away, so we haul all of this in a backpack around once a week. That is one downside of this apartment. I do not love doing that. People at the laundromat are very nice, but I hate having to walk it down the street to do my laundry. So speaking of New York luxury amenities, you will have also noticed in the kitchen we did not have a dishwasher, but those are just some of the things that you get living in New York, but you also get the huge benefit of getting to live in New York. So You win some, you lose some. That's up the apartment tour. Let me know if you have any questions, anything that you want to know about moving in New York. These are my last few days in this apartment, which makes me honestly so sad because I feel like I have become so settled in here. I have really loved this apartment and what it has given me. I've loved the location. If you did enjoy this video, please drop it a like and comment and subscribe for more New York City and fashion content, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!